What if a business built in a college dorm didn't just survive, but quietly became one of the most influential tech companies on Earth? Without venture capital, without selling out, and without ever locking its ideas behind patents. This is the real story of Lamore Lady Ada Freed, and what actually happened after her dorm room project became a $33 million a year company. Long before Adafruit was a global name in the maker community, Lamore Freed was simply a curious kid who loved breaking things apart to understand how they worked. That curiosity followed her to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where she studied electrical engineering and computer science. But while many students focused on research papers and grades, Lamore spent her free time designing small electronics projects, not for profit, but for fun. She posted her designs online, sharing schematics, code, and step-by-step instructions freely, believing knowledge should be open and accessible. That openness created an unexpected problem. People loved her projects, but they couldn't easily find the parts. So Lamore did something simple but powerful. She started assembling DIY electronics kits herself and selling them directly. No investors, no business plan, just her, a soldering iron, and late nights inside her MIT dorm room. In 2005, that experiment became Adafruit Industries, named after Ada Lovelace, one of history's first programmers. As demand grew, Lamore faced a choice that would define the company's future. She could patent her designs and lock them down, or she could double down on openness. She chose openness. Every Adafruit product would be open-source hardware, meaning anyone could study it, modify it, and even build their own versions. In an industry obsessed with secrecy, this seemed risky. But instead of killing the business, it built trust and a loyal global community. By the early 2000s, Adafruit had become a cornerstone of the rapidly growing maker movement. Teachers used its kits in classrooms. Hobbyists built robots, wearables, and art installations. Engineers prototyped ideas faster than ever. Through thousands of tutorials, community forums, and live shows like Ask an Engineer and Show and Tell, Adafruit didn't just sell products, it taught millions of people how to think like engineers. By 2014, Adafruit had reached a stunning milestone. Over $33 million in annual revenue, around 85 employees, and thousands of orders shipping every week, all while manufacturing largely in the United States and remaining completely independent. But unlike many startup stories, this wasn't the peak. It was just the midpoint. After 2014, Adafruit kept growing, quietly and steadily. By 2016, revenue climbed to roughly $45 million, and the team expanded to over 100 employees. The company doubled down on education and innovation, launching influential platforms like CircuitPython, a beginner-friendly programming language that made microcontrollers accessible to students and first-time makers. Hardware ecosystems like Feather and Circuit Playground became industry staples, used in schools, startups, and labs worldwide. Then came one of the biggest tests in modern business history, the COVID-19 pandemic. While many companies shut down, Adafruit was designated an essential business in New York City. Instead of laying off workers, the company adapted. Parts of its manufacturing shifted to produce PPE and medical components, helping meet urgent needs while keeping employees working safely. It was a real-world demonstration of the values the company had preached for years. Entering the mid-2000s, Adafruit remained what it always had been: independent, profitable, and community-driven. With 100-plus employees and a massive 50,000-plus square foot factory and office space in New York City, the company continues to design, manufacture, ship, and teach at scale. In 2024, Adafruit signed a 10-year lease at Industry City in Brooklyn, signaling long-term confidence and continued growth in U.S. manufacturing. Today, Lamore Freed is widely recognized as one of the most influential figures in open-source hardware and STEM education. She continues to lead Adafruit, speak globally, mentor makers, and advocate for open knowledge. And while the company could have chased billion-dollar valuations, it chose something rarer: sustainability, independence, and impact. Adafruit's story matters because it breaks the startup myth. There was no overnight success, no massive funding rounds, just years of curiosity, consistency, and a belief that empowering people to learn is the most powerful business model of all. From an MIT dorm room to a global maker institution, Adafruit proves that openness isn't a weakness, it's a revolution. Now I want to ask you, do you think more tech companies should follow the open source model like Adafruit? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into real business stories that don't get enough attention, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because more inspiring, real history tech stories are coming your way.